What it do, y'all? This is Chris Evans, and this is Talking Data and More. And as you can see, yes, oh man, I am starting to love this hair. I'm starting to think I could look like Trunks from Dragon Ball Z. What do you think? I guess we could all pretend, right? Well, thank you all for taking the time and checking out Talking Data and More. Today, I wanted to, continue my discussions around data quality. In my last video, I discussed the 6 key dimensions around data quality. And if you haven't checked out that video, I ask you, please press pause on this one and go ahead and check the previous video, because you're going to really understand how I bring the 6 dimensions into the data quality process. So definitely check it out if you haven't. But if you have checked it out, today I wanted to focus and discuss and share you with my insights around the data quality process, right? Where do you begin? Where do you start? You understand the key dimensions. What do you have to do, right? And as I discussed in my last video on data quality, I mentioned, data quality is an ongoing process, right? It's continuing, right? So if you think about it, a good analogy, it's like the I wouldn't say it's as dramatic as the circle of life, but it is a circle. It's a continuous circle, right? You should think of data quality never ending, the process, right? Like it's constantly going, it's never ending, such as that song.
Because this is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend.
Yeah, if you're my age, you probably remember that song, right? But yeah, it's, that, right? It's constantly ongoing. And why? If you get away from the mindset of thinking data quality is just a one-time fix, right? And think of it as constantly ongoing and continuous, it's going to allow your business, the company you work for, really be data-driven, right? And really be competitive in this global competitive market, right? If you, as I mentioned, data is the new gold, but data is only worth gold if you have the right data, right? So it's important to make sure that we're applying those 6 key data quality dimensions, but we also have the process in place to make sure those dimensions are being applied, right? And, data quality is ultimately part of your data governance process. And as I said, I will promise you, I will share my insights around data governance. That is a huge topic. So what I'm trying to do is just break out the pieces. And, I think let's just talk about the data quality process, right? And the process, really, when you're talking about data quality, you're talking about the process, you're like, Chris, where do I start? There's really 5 major factors within the data quality process, within that circle, that ongoing, never-ending circle, right? And when you're starting data quality, the first one is always is to discover, right? Discover, understand what's out there in your data, right? And I get it. A lot of you think you know your data. You think you may already know some of the issues wrong with your data, but there may be some more things that you're not aware that's wrong with the data you have. So it's important to really, number one is discover what's out there. What are the problems that you have within the data, right? And once you kind of discover and understand some of the data quality issues that you have, the second one within the process that you really want to focus in on is just standardize, right? You want to standardize that data. Why so? Well, let's do some global standards. As I mentioned in my prior video, an email is always going to have the @ right sign. So that's a global standard. So any email address that you have of a customer or a partner or vendor, you're going to want to make sure that global standard is there. Postal codes in the US are starting with 5 digits, right? That's just if you just do the initial 5, right? But those are standards you want to make sure that has been applied to the data. But there's also your own personal business standards within the data that allows your company to be data-driven. So you need to understand what you have and how do you standardize that data, right? To make your company or the business you work for data-driven. So you're really getting those gems out of the data. Once you standardize, the next piece is consolidation. And this is a touchy subject for a lot of folks, and even some of the customers I speak with. And I'm going to bring up a discussion I had with a really good friend of mine. I'm not going to mention his name, else he'll kill me. But I have a good buddy, and he has a really a great startup, and his startup is going to be acquired. Congratulations on that. But one of the things he and I discussed was just data, right? We just talked about this data, and we talked about data quality, and I asked him, has he looked into his data quality? And he and I had the discussions, the whole process. And one thing as he did is when he discovered the data, he noticed that he had a lot of duplicates, especially around his customer base. Now, that was a problem for him because as he looking to sell his company, his startup, one of the things he mentioned is he has over millions of customers. Now, this is problematic because now actually he may not have, 100 million, maybe he only has, let's say, 900 million customers, right? So now this is something he has to disclose to the folks that are buying his company. Now, I get that's why it could be touchy, right? Because ultimately, when you're running your business, you may be showing specific numbers, and when they ultimately drop, that's going to have a negative impact. Though it may have a negative impact, I promise you, in the long run, it's going to have a larger impact. Maintaining duplicates is just going to allow you to spend more money and wasteful dollars on marketing that you don't want to do. It gives you more overhead for your DBA and others that are just maintaining that data, just wasteful time. And ultimately, how much of the cost that you're spending, whether it's on-prem or in the cloud, to just host that data that provides no value. So ultimately, though number 3, consolidation may be challenging for some, take a look back. Look at those points that I mentioned, right? Ultimately, though, maybe the street, right? The Wall Street, maybe it's like, your users are gone, or if you're looking to sell your business like my friends, may have an initial negative impact. What is the longer run negative impact? So I know that's a touchy one, but definitely you're going to want to consolidate the data that you standardize. And the fourth one is important, right? It's constantly monitor. We talked about the 6 key dimensions of data quality, and you've already discovered the data, you standardize that data, you consolidate. You want to constantly monitor it, right? And that's why data quality has an important piece within data governance, because this is where your stewards would come in play to kind of monitor that data, making sure that everything that you put in place as being adhered to, right? You want to make sure your business is constantly following those sets of standardizations and rules and data quality checkpoints, right, to keep your company data-driven. So monitoring that data is also important. And then the last one is the easy one, is operationalize that data. Start getting value of that data that you cleansed, right, that you apply those data quality rules. That is your value. Once you get to 5 and you're operationalize that data, you're going to have so many value points. One, you're going to have the business trust you on the data. They're going to be like, wow, this data is spot on. I'm loving it, right? It's like McDonald's. I'm loving it, right? So it's just spot on, right? And second is like, you're going to all those wasteful dollars that maybe you've done prior before with your marketing campaigns, you're going to start seeing some benefits on saving data, saving money there, right? And ultimately that data is really going to get hit home, because when your marketing team looks at, hey, how did those marketing campaigns do? Well, now you removed a lot of the duplicates. Those marketing campaigns look a lot better, right? So you're getting more value. So this is the important piece. So when you're applying those 5 processes or 4 processes and you're on your 5th and you're just operationalizing, you're going to see a lot of value from the data. And I get it, data quality, as I mentioned, is an ongoing, it's never ending. But if you apply these 5 major key processes within the overall data quality, I promise you, you will see tremendous value. Well, this is Chris Evans, and this is Talking Data and More. Hopefully that has provided you some insights around the data quality process, and hope to see you all in my next video. Take care. Bye.